how are you doing? So today we are going to talk a little bit more about modal verbs, as I promised. If you haven't seen the video about all the possible uses of can, go there and see it. It's important for your understanding of what I'm going to explain next, okay? So continuing with the idea, in that video I used just the modal verb can, like in different situations, to talk about possibility, ability, permission, offer, request, okay? But now what I'm going to do is to use different modal verbs for the same situation so you understand what is the meaning of each of them, okay? In most of the cases, it's about being formal, okay, or informal. This is what we are going to see together, okay? So, what modal verbs can be used to make a request? To ask for something, okay? We have three possibilities here. We can use can, could, and may, okay? The difference is that can is a little bit informal, okay? You use this among friends, in family, like, can I use your phone? If you are in a situation that is a little bit more formal, you are going to use could. Could I use your phone? And why am I saying that? Because actually, could is the past of can. So it doesn't sound so direct. It's not as direct as can. Let me go a little bit in Portuguese here. Can is like posso. So here, posso usar seu telefone? Could is poderia. Então, poderia usar seu telefone. You see the difference? It's not so direct question. This is why it's a little bit more formal, okay? And may is very formal. So, it's not very much used day by day, okay? May I use your phone? So, three possibilities for request. Okay, to here? So far so good? Now, we are going also to learn how to give permission. So, giving permission, you can use can or may. In this case, no could, okay? So, you can say, you can come with us. You can come with us if you want. You have this permission to come with us, okay? Or may to give permission in a very formal environment. For example, in a class where you don't know the students, or in a workplace, you can say, for example, you may go if you need. It can be, for example, an exam. The student handles you the test, and you say, okay, you may go if you need. You don't even know the person, so it's a formal situation. Clear? Now, to talk about possibility. To talk about possibility, we can use may, might, and could. Okay, so possibility, may, might, and could. What would be the examples? We may, or we might go to the party. and this is like equivalent, okay? You can use may or might. Or she could decide to join us. Okay, so those verbs to talk about possibility. And also can. Like I told you, you watch the first video there to see more about it. Okay? Now, okay, so request, can, which is informal, could, a little bit more formal, and may, which is formal. Giving permission, can, it's informal. In this case, you are not going to use could, and may for more formal situations. And to talk about possibility, can, may, might, and could. Okay, I will add more different situations here. We can also talk about ability. And in this case, I can use can and could. But you are going to understand the difference. Now it's not about being formal or not. Now it's about the time you are talking about. So I can say, I can drive, and it is an ability I have now. I can drive. If I am going to talk about the past, I have to use the past of can. For example, I could drive when I was 18. Just to make it clear that it is, it dates back from when I was 18. So I am talking about this time of my life, so I have to use the past. Okay? For example, if there is somebody who doesn't know how to drive and said, she cannot drive yet, but I could drive when I was 18. Okay? Something like this. So, talking about the past, you understand the difference? Here is not about being formal or not. Now, another thing, talking about prohibition. And in this case, you can say can't. If you are talking about prohibition, it will be the negative form, can't, because when you say can, it's for permission, okay? And must not, or mustn't, okay? And both of them are for prohibition. So I can say, for example, I can tell my students, you can't wear a hat in class. And must not is more for rules, okay? Like you must not smoke here. Okay? Or you must not use your cell phone. Imagine that it is the exam day, and this is the sign students will read on the board. You must not use your cell phone, because it is prohibited to use the cell phone in that situation. Is that clear? I hope this is helpful. If you still have any doubts, let me know. Please write it in the comments.